I don't know if the gun came out of the holster. I don't know what kind of holster it was. I don't know if he touched the trigger. I don't know if the gun was modified. All I know, it was a 320 with duty rounds. I don't know what kind of ammunition it was, what brand or make, but it wasn't ball ammo. That projectile, when the gun discharged, took one of his testicles, gone forever, went into his leg and lodged somewhere in his knee.
Speaking of trans surgeries that go wrong, there was a new SIG discharge video. Now, SIG and discharge together just doesn't go well. So we have this gentleman on the left. He is a spoiler alert. He is appendix carrying a P320. Now, this is not, I want to be very clear, this is not a graphic video. However, you understand what happens in it. Use your imagination. So while this is not a graphic video, we understand what has happened here. Okay, so just forewarning, if you don't want to feel bad, do not watch this.
Close your eyes for 10 seconds. You'll be fine.
Oh, no.
I hope it's all still there.
Now, I don't know. We can't hear. No. Well, we can't hear what they're saying. This guy might be like, hey, can you call an ambulance? And then this guy shuffles off to go grab his phone or something, right? Or the shop phone, wherever they might be. But because we can't hear what they're saying.
I like to think that guy's just walking off saying, not my problem.
I like to think that he's saying to himself, "Is that a fucking P320?"
Yeah, beat me to it. I was just saying, honestly, he'd probably be walking off saying, "Man, I told you not to buy that SIG."
My expert opinion
Mom,
on
I told you can't buy that.
My expert opinion on this situation is that the guy obviously was using bad ammo. And that's
we are going to slow it down, so you guys will kind of there is some speculative Sig could say, oh, he put his finger in the trigger, right, because of what we're going to see. So we don't know if this was exactly a completely uncommanded discharge, but yeah, he did have that go off. He did have that go off in his pants. But if we back up to the actual incident itself,
that boy
so he walks right. Well, listen, even if the bullet misses you, if you shoot right next to your junk and leg, it's going to be powder burn all on the
not just powder burn. You're going to actually have skin tear because of the
blast. The pressure, the blast, all of that.
It's not a pleasant thing.
So let's play, and then we're gonna go frame by frame because he's like sauntering over. He places his hand on it. And then
belt, it looks like, right?
Belt, maybe his belt, honestly. But it looks like he lifts up. So I don't know if he's going to draw, and then right there it blows up.
He also could have been just lifting up his shirt to grab
Yeah, it looks like he's lifting his belt entirely, because if you look, the back of his pants are starting to come up as well right before it goes
maybe
off.
he's just adjusting his pants and it goes
off.
That's what it looks like to me.
Sag a little bit.
Yeah, because right there is when it goes off, because he's back it up for a second. So walks up. Yeah, it's so fast. Maybe he's not drunk. Maybe he is just pulling his pants up and it.
Yeah, we don't know. For all we know, he could have been adjusting his balls that stuck to the side of his leg.
Well, the only thing is he does drop the gun out. The gun does get dropped out. It falls on the ground there. It's hard to see, but
maybe he was getting ready to take some revenge on his coworker right there, and things just didn't go well. You never know.
It could have. He pulls up on his shirt a little bit, and you can see the gun is about to fall out right there. So the gun is now in the bucket.
Wow.
The gun and holster in the bucket.
I wonder if he had some crazy.
Oh, is that his belt? Is that his belt? Was he trying to take his belt off?
Oh.
Maybe.
No,
his belt wasn't on though.
No, that's something hanging there. It looks like.
It looks like he doesn't have a belt on, does he? If you go back to his backside, I can't really tell.
Yeah, whatever that is something hanging.
Yeah, I
he dropped the gun in the bucket.
Yeah,
the gun
I think it
fell into the bucket. Yeah, for sure.
I wonder if it was just tucked into his waistband, like he had no holster for it or anything.
Possible.
Do we know who sent the video
Well-
in? Do they have any backstory on it?
So I saw this first on, ironically enough, Conceal Carry Trainer, which is a channel that we've made fun of in the past for doing the dry fire stuff before. They've done a lot of like shill videos for that. But they posted this video, and I do not know where it came from. And then Ben Steger reposted it as well. But so here's David. David has a little bit more background on this. David for $10 says he went to adjust his belt to sit on the bucket, and it went off while adjusting. Carry Trainer knows the source material owner. Guy 2 went to get keys to drive to the hospital. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Right. Because Carry Trainer does have a full video on this, not just the clip. So if that is what he was doing, he was going to adjust his belt. But
Yep.
I do see enough wiggle room here for SIG defenders to be like, oh, well, obviously he was trying to adjust his holster and put his finger in the trigger guard, or his shirt was caught in his holster, or any other excuses that they wanted to pull from this.
Do we have enough information to know what the injuries were after the fact?
I can pull up the Carry Trainer video and see if we can just get that directly.
I think it was at least partial testicular deletion from what I heard, but I could be wrong.
Well,
From my
yeah,
medical opinion, it was at least an ouchie.
It hurt a little bit at least.
that's a big ouchie, bro. That's wild.
I like to think that the second guy, like this is nothing new to him. He's already seen this happen before. This is just standard
Well,
operating procedure.
That's just Dave blowing his balls off again. Let me see if I can
God,
pull
that's rough,
the regular
man.
video. So SIG P320 discharge to groin. That's rough.
Once upon a time,
Skip around in this.
we were taught never to point a firearm at anything that we are not willing to shoot, kill, destroy. And for most of us, that goes for our testicles. Check this out.
That is exactly what we just saw.
Maybe it wasn't the gun that fell into the bucket. Maybe his member
The
just
injured
fell
person
off.
was a police officer. That was his issued weapon, a SIG P320. I don't know which model or when it was
Ooh,
made.
that's a
It was
cop.
in an inside the waistband holster in the front of his body. And what he said happened was he went to adjust the holster so he could sit on a bucket while he was going to wait for service to be rendered at the shop. As he sat down and made an adjustment to the holster, we saw the gun go off. I don't know if the gun came out of the holster. I don't know what kind of holster it was. I don't know if he touched the trigger. I don't know if the gun was modified. All I know, it was a 320 with duty rounds. I don't know what kind of ammunition it was, what brand or make, but it wasn't ball ammo. That projectile, when the gun discharged, took one of his testicles, gone forever, went into his leg and lodged somewhere in his knee. The person you see in the video that rendered aid when the video stopped went to go get the car.
Wow. That's miserable. So
Yeah.
that bullet actually, I didn't, because you don't see a lot in that video. So you don't see like a big blood trail or anything else like that. But apparently that bullet went into the back of his knee, like down through his leg. Brother.
Yeah. Wow.
That sucks.
That's a bad day.
Yeah, so-
I think I might have to throw up a little bit. Ugh.
That's
Youch.
no, because of course we can't see what he's actually doing with his hand, so that's what makes the video like not conclusive to what he's doing, because it could be a case of mishandling. But if he does adjust, pull up, and then bang, I mean, honestly, even if he's doing everything right, it could be something caught in the trigger guard. But that is.
It's
hope that
just
man
a
is all
shake
right.
awake on the SIG.
Well, so Protraband was sending me some stuff, and my SIG P320 does have a feature where the striker can go forward if the trigger is partially pulled, which is entertaining.
Awesome.
We did that test on my P320, so it is possible for wacky things to happen with the P320. It is